Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and cheap coins, check out instantmudcoins.com and use code ZERK for 20% off. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be going over the best free Autumn All-Star and also Autumn Ace for you guys to choose. Now, if you didn't know, there are some solo challenges you guys can go ahead and get done, and at the end of these solo challenges, or at least at the end of the Autumn All-Star solo challenge, you get a fantasy pack that allows you to pick one of these 6 players right here, and then depending on how they do on Thanksgiving Day, their overalls will increase. They could go up from a 91 to a 92 or a 91 to a 93, depending on if they hit both of their goals or if they just hit one of their goals. And also, there are some other players that we have as well with these Autumn Ace players right here, which you guys can go ahead and play the solo challenges again. And at the beginning, you actually get a fantasy pack that allows you to pick one of their 80 overall players, and then you continue to play through the solo challenge, you get some collectibles. I want to go over the best players to go ahead and pick. And this is the pack right here. You guys will see this once you actually go ahead and start to play the solo challenges. But I do want to give a shout out to Jake McMillan for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel. Turn the notification bell on and comment down below Noti Gang. And first up, I guess we'll start off with the Ace players. So let's start off with the Ace players because you guys can go ahead, and go to the auction block. You can buy the rest of these 92 overalls. There's also a store pack you guys can get. But if you don't want to complete the Tony Romo set, if you do the Romo set, you actually do get all 4 of these players back as NAT. But if you don't want to do that, then of course you can go ahead and just play the solo challenges and get one of them for free. So let's take a look at these players. Here we have got Fletcher. He has 75 speed, 81 acceleration, 89 strength, 92 tackling, 92 play rate as well, with 89 block shed and a 93 power move and 77 finesse move. So if you guys want to shore up your defensive line and go with the DT, the great thing about nowadays, right, with us getting these higher overall NATs, I guess, 91, 92s, this is getting up there almost where you could say, okay, this could be an endgame card to be a backup, right? Fletcher could always be your DT2 towards the end of the year. For myself, I don't really use defensive tackles. If you guys run a system where maybe you run a 3-4 or something, you use 2 defensive tackles sometimes. You might switch in a DT in there. I know 4-3, of course, you use 2 DTs all the time. But depending on exactly how you do things, Fletcher could be your backup until the end of the year. Not someone you want to come in there like probably in May, April, wherever. You probably don't want to see Fletcher at 92 overall in the field for 80% of the snaps, but he could always be a backup. I'm personally not a big fan of DTs, and I feel like we do have a lot of other good DTs and probably get a lot better ones very, very shortly. I'm going to personally pass. Now, next up, we do have Brandon Scherff, and here is the thing with going with offensive linemen. Very similar to defensive linemen here. Brandon Scherff and Fletcher, they're both pretty good right now, right? They're both pretty good right now. The thing is, offensive lineman gets so outdated, but he does have 92 run block. He has 90 run block power, 92 run block finesse, 92 awareness, 88 strength, 88 pass block finesse, 90 pass block power, and 90 pass block. Now, we don't know his speed. We don't know his excel. We don't know lead block, impact block, anything like that just yet, or at least I don't, because I'm actually recording this video before 10:30 because pretty busy day for myself. Brandon Scherff, though, I'm not a big fan of go with linemen. Again, I'm going to pass on this one because I feel like long-term, not a good investment. And then we have got Allen Robinson. Now, I'm going to be pretty quick with this one. With Allen Robinson, if you don't have a Bears theme team, I wouldn't go with him. Or a Jags theme team, I suppose, as well. Because you take a look at his stats here, the speed is really the issue, right? He's got good catch. He's got good catch traffic. He has good spec catch. He has pretty good rounding as well, but you will have to pick between medium or deep. If you go deep or play fake, that's the only way you're going to be able to get one of those 2 to 90, which you need. And then short, of course, is at 90, but the speed is just too slow. Allen Robinson, although he is a depth position, unless you can get the speed up, don't do it. And the final 92 is Patrick Peterson, and of course, naturally, guys, you know me when it comes to going with a player like this. I obviously want to go with someone that has some pretty good speed. I want to go with someone that is going to be able to be a depth position player, say like at, cornerback 3, cornerback 4, cornerback 5, wide receiver 3, 4, 5. So Patrick Peterson is definitely number 1 on my list. He has 91 speed and 91 excel. Already pretty good. It's not crazy fast speed. It's not Deion Sanders 93 maxed out, whatever. And it's not a couple of the cornerbacks in the game that have 92, 93 speed base, but it's still pretty good, and especially for a free card. 91 agility, 92 jumping, 88 playback. He has 92 man, so he's already over the threshold, and 90 zone, so he's already over the threshold there, and he's got 88 press. Without a doubt, I think you want to go with 92 Pat Pete's. So for me, without a doubt, I would say Patrick Peterson is definitely the move there. Play those solo challenges, go through all of them. You get the collectibles, and you can upgrade from 80 to a 92. But now let's get into the all-star players. Now these guys are going to get their upgrades based on their Thanksgiving Day performances, and we have got Eric Ebron. Okay, now on Thanksgiving Day, he has to get 4+ receptions and 70 receiving yards. So if he only gets, let's say, 4 catches and 50 yards, he'll go to a 92. If he gets 2 catches but has 100 yards, whatever, he's going to go to a 92. But if he gets both of those done, he will be a 93 overall. Now, taking a look at this card, guys, because keep in mind again, there's only 2 ways to get these players. Number 1, the solo challenges do actually give you a free one. So play the solo challenge. There's 2 different solo challenge sequences for both of these sets of players. Play the solos, get your free 91 overall player. And then, of course, there is a pack in the store as well that you guys can buy with leaves to go ahead and get that done. But Ebron has got 87 speed. He's got 89 catching. He has 90 catch traffic, 90 spec catch. He's got some really, really good stats. So the number 2 things you want to take a look at here when it comes to like investing in one of these players for your free player. Number 1, or in general, if you guys want to go out and pick and like actually get them and make a little bit of an investment with your leaves, hope to make a return, you want to take a look at how good is the card right now, right? So the base stats. Then you want to take a look at how likely are they actually to get their goals done. Well, starting off, Eric Ebron looks really good. So taking a look at the likelihood of Eric Ebron actually getting this done, guys, of the 9 games he's played, 4 times he has gotten 4+ catches, which isn't bad, honestly. It's almost 50% of the games that he's played. And of the 9 games that he's played, 8 out of the 9 games he has gotten at least 4 targets. So the likelihood of him at least getting that done is pretty decent. And as for the 70+ receiving yards, guys, I have some bad news here. He has actually never done that. He has not gotten 70+ receiving yards the entire year. So unless he has a breakout game Thanksgiving, yeah, we're going to have to see. But still, I feel like he has a pretty good chance of at least getting the 4+ receptions, which can bring him up to a 92 overall. If you guys want a tight end, this is not a bad card at all to go with. Now, next up, we have got Jaylon Smith for my Cowboys. And I'm going to be honest with you guys right here, okay? Even as a Cowboys fan, regardless of if I actually felt like Jaylon Smith could get the 8+ total tackles and the 1+ sack either way, in terms of going with this guy as your NAT or investing into him to potentially make a little bit of a flip here, right? No, don't do it, because linebackers in this game do not matter. Not only that, but even if Jaylon Smith, say, does go to a 93 overall, they give him a +2 to everything on this card. He's still going to have 79 block shed. He's going to have 88 zone, which is pretty good. And then he's going to have 89 speed, 91 acceleration. This card, even if he gets up to a 93, probably will not have much value to him. And in general, middle linebackers here just aren't that great of users. So, yeah, don't do it. Now, next up is Kendall Fuller. Now, Fuller does have 3 games this season with a pass defense and an interception. There are 3 games actually in a row, but unless he gets an interception, he actually doesn't have a pass defended logged. It's basically like if he's going to defend a pass, he's got to pick it off, basically. But this man has got 91 speed, 92 excel, 80 tackling, 90 play rec, 92 man, and also 90 zone with 84 pursuit and 66 hit power. Now, here is the thing about this Kendall Fuller card that, honestly, I really, really like. This card reminds me a ton of that Devin McCourty. Like, it looks a lot like Devin McCourty, to where if someone likes the Micah Hydes, the Devin McCourties in the game right now, the only big difference, of course, is going to be 99 zone coverage, right? Because Devin McCourty can get to 99 zone, Micah Hyde can get to 99 zone. You can't get to 99 zone here with Kendall Fuller. However, if he does go to a 93 overall, then you get +2 speed, I'd imagine. Maybe they only give him +1 speed to make him 92, but still, this is going to be a really good safety card. Like, I actually really like safeties this year that don't have high hit power but have demand and zone, just because to me hit power doesn't really matter. I don't ever get fumbles, so I don't care about hit power. I don't even remember the last time I actually forced a fumble in this game. And also keep in mind that they play the Cowboys, so yeah, they play my Cowboys, and it's going to be bad. We're probably going to have an interception or two more than likely. The only question is, will it be to Kendall Fuller? Well, I'm not sure. Is this like a surefire one? Is this one you absolutely want to do? Could this be a big-time investment you can make back? I think this is a good card. I think if you need a safety in general, this is a good card to just pick up right now. Like, this is a pretty dang good safety if you're into the Micah Hyde, Devin McCourties of the world. Just you won't have 99 zone. Will it be a super big investment? If he had 93 zone coverage on this card, or actually, if he had 92 zone coverage on this card, right? Because then it could be 93 powered up, and then, of course, if you just got a +1 to get a +1 zone, then lockdown maxed out 99, I'd say this could be a big-time investment. I don't know if this one is worth it to do. Maybe he gets a pick. If he gets a pick, and he gets a pass defend in the pick, then he goes to 93, this card could be really good, but it's tricky to kind of bank on getting an interception. Now, next up, we've got Deshaun Watson. Now, out of his 9 games, guys, in 6 of the 9 games, he has 275 plus passing yards, and they also play the Lions. Now, out of those 9 games, though, 4 plus total touchdowns. He's only done it 1 single time, but that's not to say that Watson couldn't have 4 touchdowns. But now let's take a look at the card, right? Is this card actually worth taking a look at and potentially investing into if you think it could be a nice little profit? Well, he's an improviser quarterback, so to me, no, instantly. I don't think this is going to be a good investment, because as an improviser and his overall and everything, he's not going to get High Route Master, he's not going to get Gunslinger, he's not really looking to potentially unlock any abilities that would actually bring up his value too much. Even if he hit both of his goals, he went up to a 93 overall with 93 throw power, powered up it'll only be a 94 overall with 94 throw power. To get Gunslinger, you need 95 overall with 95 throw power as an improviser. So, really, the card's good. I mean, it's not like a terrible card anyways. You know, he has 86 speed, he has 91 throw power, he's got 89 short, so he's over the 80 threshold there. Medium's at 88, so he's over the 85 threshold there. And deep is at 86, so you're going to have to use go deep on him. I don't really feel like this is a quarterback that you're going to want all year long on your team anyways, and it's also not a good investment. Now, next up is Desmond Trufant. Now, from what I can see, apparently he's only played in 4 games from the stats that I have found, and in those 4 games, he doesn't even have a single interception, but he does actually have 2 games with 3 plus total tackles. So, no picks, but he could potentially get the tackle here. They also do play the Texans with Deshaun Watson, but he does have 90 speed, 91 excel, 90 zone, 86 man, 88 press. So let's hypothetically say that this card goes up to a 92 overall, right? What are you really going to get out of that? Well, you're going to get a +1 speed, probably. You're going to get a +1 acceleration. The man and zone are going to go up, but you can already get those both to over 90. You're really looking for big-time jumps in the card if he does potentially hit that boost. And to be honest, I don't really see it. Like, I don't really think that even if he hits both of his boosts here, it comes to 92 speed, 93 excel, yeah, that would be a decent card then. If he could potentially do that, this could be a pretty decent investment, but not the best one. And the final one is Marquise Brown. Now, Marquise Brown has got 93 speed, 83 jumping, 89 catch, 87 catch traffic, 88 spec catch, with 89 short, 88 medium, and 90 deep. So already, without even doing anything to the card, if you just put play fake on him, he's going to be over the short and medium route running thresholds, and he has the deep route running thresholds, and he's 93 speed, okay? This card's crazy. But here's the thing. Just keep in mind here that just because a player gets a +1 or +2 overall doesn't necessarily mean that EA has to increase the speed. They can just increase everything else on the card. However, I think more than likely, if Marquise Brown does get one of his goals, just 60 receiving yards and 1 total touchdown, he'll probably get a 94 speed. But if he gets a +2 and they bring him to 93 overall, I would still just expect him to be 94 speed. I don't think they would increase the speed by 2 in this card and make him 95. I feel like they would still just keep him 94 speed. Now, how likely is he to actually hit those goals? Well, he has 60 plus receiving yards in 3 games this season and 1 plus total touchdown in only 2 games this season. But here's the thing. if Marquise Brown does go ahead and hit his goals, and even if he doesn't hit either of those goals, he's still one of the best wide receivers in the game currently because of his speed and his route running and everything. And he's also he has pretty solid catch and traffic and spectacular. It's nothing crazy, but it's pretty solid. In my opinion, I feel like if you're looking to make a profit, you probably want to go Brown. If you're looking for a player you want on your team, you probably want to go with Marquise Brown. Also, they do play the Steelers, who have, a pretty good defense here, but Marquise Brown, all it takes is one blown coverage. Like, if he gets behind the safeties there, 60-plus yard receiving touchdown, he could get that very, very easily. Even if he doesn't, and he doesn't hit either of his goals, I think staying as a 91, I still would like this card a lot. So, with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like in the video, and of course, hit that sub button down below. Let me know down below which one of these guys will you be picking up for your 91 from the solos, and which one will you be picking up as your 92 from grinding them out from the solos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.